Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Today, we're talking about Lilly and Jack Sullivan, who have been missing nearly going on 3 months now. The stepfather, Daniel Martell, has spoken out endlessly, changing his story so many times it's unbearable to even count, while their Jack and Lily Sullivan's biological mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, remained silent. We're going to be talking about those changes in stories and so much more on the other side of this.
Come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun.
Together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low. Together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we not stopping, pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Thank you, Miss Cher. Really do appreciate you. Tux, thank you so much for joining and gifting a pearl necklace. And Shannon, thank you so much, love. Appreciate y'all very much.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth
Happy
is what
birthday,
we do.
Marla. Thank you, lovey.
So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is July 23rd, 2025. It is currently 10:22 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hello, everyone. Really do appreciate you. We are talking about Lilly and Jack Sullivan. Today, there are continued, still missing, going on 3 months. It's going to be not too long, and we're going to be at 3 months. Well, I can tell you that the RCMP is absolutely working. How do I know that? How do I know that? Well, it just so happens that the last couple days, I have had someone reach out to me, and they were contacted by the RCMP. Yeah, so they are. Just wanted to let you know that. I did verify. For me to say this, I had to verify it. So, but they are working, and that kind of renewed my hopes a little bit more. Like, I knew that they were working. I have faith in the RCMP, but it just let me know that foot is on the gas. The foot is on the gas, folks. And so I really, really hope something comes. Yes, Miss POTUS, Mr. POTUS, yes. Directly with the RCMP. Directly. And I'll just say this, they've spoken in more than one way. They've spoken in more than one way. And I did get receipts. Of course, you guys know that sometimes you can't tell your sources and all that. And I wouldn't do that because obviously this is a very, high profile case as well. They are speaking. So I was like, thank God for that at the very least. That still going on 3 months. They're still reaching out to people. They're still asking questions. And I believe after the conversations I've had, I do believe, hopefully, I pray to God soon, at least, sooner than later, that there will be a resolution to this. What do you mean, Sherry? So they know nothing. What do you mean by that? I mean, I know some of, the things that they have asked and stuff like that, but I'm just saying that there's just hopeful. I'm hopeful now. I've always been hopeful in this case because I really do think this case can and probably will be solved, but I think I think they need to find Lilly and Jack, right? I think that is one of the things that is obviously keeping this. I think this is one of the things that's obviously holding it up, right? So yeah. Yeah, I can't, Brenda. I really can't. I really can't. So I'm really hoping that something happens here. I'm praying. Sandy, I'm not sure if I'm getting your text. Do I respond to you? I don't have you on my phone, so I'm not sure. It just writes it's Sandy. If it's so I can put you in my phone. Go back to hold on one second. I just got a message from an interesting thing. See if you can tell if the door. I know an older. Oh, gotcha. Okay. There's an interview. Okay. So has Darren, I just got a message. Has Darren recently stopped communication with Daniel? Does anyone know about that? Because I know I can tell you right now, in my opinion, I'll say that Daniel, I think he trusted Durwood in the beginning a little more, but from what I have been told from sources that how can I put this, that he no longer trusted Durwood. He posted a new photo today of Daniel and Meadow. Who's he? Daniel posted a new photo of him and Meadow. Darren got disowned by. Yeah, I mean, let me tell you something. I trust Daniel as much as I do Durwood, to be quite honest with you. At all. Like at all. Now that I not that I know of, Darren is still defending his Facebook groups as of today. That man, I saw right through him literally after 3 minutes of talking to him. After 3 minutes of talking to him, I just knew. I just absolutely knew. He didn't even know what a damn timeline was, man. Do you believe the kids are still with us? I don't, Lele. No. I do, in my opinion, I there's nothing more in the world that I pray that I am wrong about. 100% wrong. But I don't believe that they are. No. At all. I don't think by the time that 911 call happened, in my opinion, I believe they were already gone. Wasn't he just telling y'all what he was told? I mean, this is the thing. Yeah. And you're right. And you go back on some of my podcasts or live streams here. I believe Darren Durwood was the useful idiot. I really do. I think he was I think they were putting stuff in his head, but then I think it kind of switched. I think because Janie said, once I talked to Durwood, it all made sense. And for Durwood to make sense to anybody, I've got questions. I've got a lot of questions. Exactly, CB. Exactly. But not for a bit. Just put your name so I can put you in the phone so I'll know who it is. Couldn't be used. It was so statements couldn't be used against Daniel. Well, Daniel hasn't stopped talking. Daniel has not stopped talking since the beginning. And so today, what I was doing, I was going through, I was pulling every interview that I could find a quote from Daniel. And I talked to you guys about this the other way. Let me know if you guys want to do it. Great. If not, great. That's fine. I thought about going back to day one and pretending like we know nothing about this case, starting from scratch, us putting our mind like we have no idea what happened to the kids. And there's no judgment. We got to put our judgments aside and rebuild what like it just happened yesterday. So, and just going over things over things. Now, to be honest with you, I'm still probably going to be where I'm going to be, but just by going, I mean, the behavior and all of that is, you just can't get over the behavior. You can't get over someone who lies like a rug that doesn't make sense. You can't say mom came out on the porch and I woke her up and mom says, I didn't think nothing was going on. I didn't think nothing was going on. You know, so that's why it's so, Brenda Loveless is just so unreal. Yeah. So there's that. There's that. I think it's Marla's birthday, and Marla, thank you so much again for gifting me. Thank you so much. If you stay to the end of the live, I will sing to you like Marilyn Monroe style, just for you, darling. I do it for all my birthdays. Thank you so much, dear. Hey, Meek. So looking forward to tonight's show. Love this tune. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you. Thank you all so much. Tugs, thank you so much. And thank you for joining. Y'all make sure you thank Tugs and Marla and everyone if you got a membership. Really do appreciate you very much, hon. And Shannon, thank you so much, my dear. You're so good to me. I appreciate you. Love you so much, honey. And thank you, Cher, my dear. Appreciate you so very much as well. Between Janie and CP, they are both hateful, and Meadow and mean, in my opinion. Sorry, yeah. Get the wig, Justin. Which wig? Which wig? Oh, yes, guys, please hit that thumbs up. She was out feeding chickens at 7 a.m. and didn't get a call until 8:48. Where was she? There is so much missing time, guys. And this is the thing that Daniel and all of them don't want to talk about. Don't want to talk about. 8 a.m. They tell, and I've said this from day one. Now, all the news, the big news and all that, they say that, you know, the call came in at around 10 a.m. and it did come in around 10 a.m. But when was the last time they were seen? And dispatch says the last time they were seen was around 8 a.m. There's a lot of stuff happening around 6 a.m. in Daniel's and Malaya's house, and there's a lot of stuff happening, it seems like, in that little RV. Did Janie see him at the end of the driveway? Well, so this is the thing. They lie. You can't have it all. You can't have it all, people. That's what Durwood was planning. That's when he called me and he said, yeah, Malaya was seen at the driveway, at the end of the driveway. And Daniel said the same thing. And it looked like, you know, Malaya mom said Malaya looked like she was, was surprised that she was here. It's like in the morning and she lives there. So like, it's not like she works every day. So why wouldn't she be there that early? And, you know, it was this, making it seem like Malaya was putting these kids in the car and all of this. Right, Patty. Seen by who? Exactly. Seen by who? You either saw someone put the children in a car or you didn't. You did or you didn't. But they just want to put this suspicion on Malaya. And I don't think listen, Malaya is a mother. And a mother searches and panics when their children their child is missing, they're usually not standing in the middle of the driveway with another child on their hip while 2 is missing, right? And she should be talking, in my opinion. She should be talking. But if she's not, she's not. And people can have the court of public opinion on that. I think it's horrible, in my opinion. But the one thing that can't be used against her is her words, right? So I've always said, in my opinion, if the parents or someone on that property did something, Malaya is the smart one. She's the intelligent one because she's not speaking. Because she's not speaking. You can't use her words against her. You can't say, well, that don't make sense. That don't really make sense. Malaya gave a 2-minute message in the very beginning, and that's all we got. And that's all we got, right? Janie raking yard May 2nd, setting up a pool in the freezing cold. You May 1st, I think you mean. So, like I said, we can judge the court of public opinion as Malaya just not speaking, and it looks bad. I mean, I don't think anybody can. I mean, I don't think anybody would say it doesn't look a little weird. But it's not Daniel. You know what I mean? I mean, Daniel says, I think they equally know, to be quite honest with you. I think they equally, absolutely know, have knowledge of what happened. I really think the more I've been on this case since literally day one, the more they talk, certain individuals talk, the more I believe something happened Thursday night. I don't believe something could have happened very early in the morning, waking the kids up. But I believe with all my heart, there was a reason those kids were stayed home Thursday. There was a reason. What that reason is, I don't know, but I for damn sure don't believe it's a cough. I don't believe it's a cough. I don't believe Daniel could have been done all of this in 10 minutes, such as him going out and looking for, and I'm going to show you in this live, going out and looking for the kids. And Janie said, she sees Daniel in the backyard or the back road back there. And Daniel's not even in his car or his ATV, which those are 2 other stories that he's used. Right? So Daniel's on his feet at that time, according to Janie. But you can't do all of that in 10 minutes before the RCMP gets there. You can't go out to these back roads, search the yard, which they didn't even really search the yard, because it's not like Daniel or Malaya went to Janie's house, right? Knock, knock, knock. Hello, have you seen the kids? Did you hear the kids? Anything? Did you go to the chicken coop? No. Did you search the building beside the chicken coop? No. I don't understand why you would get in your car. Why would you get in your car? A 4 and a 6-year-old. What is going to make you get in your car in 20 minutes and search roads and culverts? Doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, it's usually not true, right? It's usually not true. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much. Good to see you, love. Love you, Canadian. Really. You too. Thank you so much for being a member as well. Appreciate you. And Kelly, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Justin, for all your hard work. You're such a... Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Kelly. That means so much to me. Thank you so very, very much, my dear. I apologize about like a table behind me and all that. I'm resetting up some stuff. I'm going to be doing some long form videos coming up soon. I'm still doing some long form videos now, but more. And so I'm kind of setting up some new areas and stuff. So thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. And Justin, I love when you say, listen, love you. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate you, my dear. No sound? You don't hear me? That's a problem. I think everybody else can hear me. I'm not sure about you. It is amazing how many interviews there, or not interviews necessarily, but how many articles and interviews that they have done in the last, well, going on 3 months. But I was just looking at this photo just a little bit ago, and we've seen it 1,000 times, but just after reviewing Janie's interview, right? They have really, really cleaned up the place. Mick, yeah. Some of you Nova Scotians have told me about this, like right as Lilly and Jack went missing. And almost from the get-go, y'all were like, Justin, you need to look at this. Something's up. And it was like just a few hours in, and it has been only went downhill. Yeah, I think it has to do with CPS mostly, probably. Why? But just look at the time Lilly and Jack went missing. It's different now, right? And I'm not talking about how it looks. I'm talking about the weather, right? Is rumor that the heavy rugs like baby Q, Justin. Do you mean, what do you, I mean, I know what you mean by like baby Q, but I don't know what I don't want to say something that's inaccurate if I can keep from it. So I don't know exactly what your question is. Janie changed everything for me. I don't care how much it's cleaned up. She's involved and she's a weak link. Yeah, I have a problem. You know what? I might pull that up. I need to hear Belinda again. I keep meaning to do that. But look at this weather. There is no leaves out. Look how wet it is outside. This is cold, wet, not freezing, but it's cold. And in these interviews I was searching out today, just the evergreens, yeah, which there's a lot of those. The evergreens are meaning always green, right? Did they use like them? Rachel, in my opinion, yes. And I'm working on some more things about that. Hopefully, will be coming in the few days or so. So yeah, we'll try to figure it out. Try to figure more out. Trees are just starting to get their buds. Yeah. Yes. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. I really believe Malaya was getting abused and wanted to leave. I absolutely believe she wanted to leave. In my opinion, I believe Daniel was absolutely controlling. I think she felt stuck here. I don't think she was used to living like this. But I also think she let a lot of shit happen. Straight up. I think she let a lot of stuff happen that if she, you know, saw abuse going on with these kids, then she should have waited till his ass went to sleep. And ladies, get you your canned goods. Get your canned goods, honey, okay? And get you a pillow sack. And when they go to sleep, be ready to walk out the door. I'm just saying, have your car keys ready. Whoa, mother chicken. That's what you do. That's what you do. You're welcome. So let me tell you something. You touch those kids were bruised. They were bruised. Frying pan, yes. Yeah. I'll sign it for you on the way out, mother chicken. There's the pin. I think Daniel looks unpredictable. I think he is a very insecure man. I think listen, everyone wants to be liked. Everyone wants to be liked. Everyone wants to be accepted. But making that as your source of happiness, and it doesn't work. Doesn't work. And I think Daniel tries to do everything he can to make himself look better, throw Malaya under the bus. I mean, the things that he has said, Malaya wouldn't stay here because she knows I would figure her out, or I would see right through her, something to that effect. I've got it. I've showed it to you 1,000 times. Right? It's insane. His scary mom and anonymous brother, at least one junkyard dog. Listen, guys, where is this fucking dog? Where's the dog? Where's the dog? Because Junkyard Janie's, that little pooch was not the one that was barking at everything. Let me pull it up. Let me pull this up. Because I want to hear Janie on this. I want to hear her original. Original is the best. It's always best. Original, right? That's where we need to be. And how long has it been since she did her first interview? I want to check something out here, because she is the only one I believe. The absolute only one I believe. That's got the crap. Okay, it's got to be after that. Becoming crystal clear. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I gotta find it. A grandmother's love. Clarabelle love. Which one was it on Crying Shame that she spoke on recently? Okay, I found it. I think I found it. I want to. Is this the first one? Yeah, this is it. This is it. Okay. All right, let me put Crying Shame's link in here, because I want to hear what she says right here, because she's the only one I believe. It's a Crying Shame. Link is provided in the description. There we go. I have to do it right there or I'll forget. I'm going to see what she says, because I believe Belinda. Belinda has no reason to lie. And I can tell you, she is truly saddened. Truly saddened. And also, I think another thing that's very interesting. Earl's dog, to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. But why don't they just say? Why don't they just say? You know what I mean? But what Belinda says is, she says something to the effect of Malaya said they were staying over there or something. And let me see here. Let me see where Belinda is. 2 seconds.
That she was not happy
2 seconds.
or what happened to them.
Because this is a fight for Jack and Lily. That's what it is, to find out what. I'll let you talk now. Just go ahead and say whatever you'd like at the start. Talk about, you said about your son there, Cody, and you wanted to get that off the plate. So we'll start with that as well, okay? But thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm Belinda. I am Lilly and Jack's grandmother. Cody Sullivan is my son. There's been a lot of rumors, speculation, and talk concerning.
Well, Charmaine, one thing that's I noticed, she says the dog came out with me. Not Belinda, pardon me. Janie says, when I came outside, the dog came out with me. Who gives a fuck? Like, or she let the dog out early or something like that. And she's I mean, listen, I love my animals. You guys know, you don't hurt kids, you don't hurt animals, you don't hurt something that can't fend for themselves, right? But your kids are something different. If you're a parent, you know. It's just different. And she is obsessed with that dog. She is something about Mary, Mary's mom or whoever she is on there, the really tan lady. The last time I had a pap smear, the doctor didn't need rubber gloves and an oyster shucker. You know what I'm talking about? That's her. Yeah. She's got broad shoulders. Janie's got broad shoulders. You know something? In the 90s, I guarantee you, she looked like a linebacker. She looked like a linebacker. That's when we wore shoulder pads. Listen, I'd run. I'd run like a bitch.
My son, and I really do want to clear that up because it has nothing to do with Jack and Lily finding them or what happened to them. My son has been living here for 11 months now. I keep getting stuck on 9, but it's been 11 months now. And he does not have a criminal record whatsoever. He has never been out west. And he has had nothing to do with the children for 3 years.
Now, supposedly, Justin is having a baby and he's getting married, I think it is, or no, he is married, but he's supposedly not getting a divorce and he is having a baby. All that might be true. All that might be true. But just because that is true, in my opinion, doesn't mean they could have been having a fight during the time. And it doesn't mean he didn't say, hey, I want to divorce you or something like that. It doesn't mean he wasn't there. It doesn't mean he wasn't there. Unless he can show a receipt of where he was to the public, if he cares about the court of public opinion, then I'm sticking with Belinda. I'm sticking with Belinda.
Him and Malaya were together for 3.5 years. Their relationship went downhill really fast after Jack was born. Malaya told me that she was not happy. She definitely wanted out of the relationship. And we supported her 100%. My son...
I would say Belinda is probably would be like the best mother-in-law you could have. Honestly, she doesn't seem like the type that she keeps it very neutral between whether it's her child or not. You know, I always try to think of like it's your kid, obviously. But usually if everything's smooth, if your son's marrying a woman or your daughter's marrying a guy or whatever, they are almost like, in a way, like your kid too, in a sense, like your daughter-in-law, your son-in-law or whatever, and unless things get crazy or what, then that's a whole different story. So she seems very, very supportive of Malaya.
I don't know if it was the pressures of trying to support a family. I'm not sure what happened, but he started drinking a lot, started doing the drugs, and in the end, he just didn't care. And she got tired of it and left. She went to court for full custody. And she went to court for
and
that has been a real eye-opener for the true crime world. I had no knowledge that this part even existed. When I found out that they were missing, I thought they were lost in the woods. I thought they were lost in the woods right up until we went there Saturday morning. And seeing where Malaya lived, seeing Malaya herself. And I still thought, well, the children must be up in the woods. There was a lot of woods. You could see the kids' toys all over the yard. You knew they well played there.
Listen, there is, no matter what happened, in my opinion, there is one reason why these kids are missing. And I believe it's because overall, one person, everything went downhill. Everything went downhill whenever Malaya got with him, but most especially when she moved in with him. Again, Daniel's property, essentially, even though it's Janie's, all of his family there. And, we are most like the top 5 closest people around us. That's who we are. That's who we're normally like. And you see, especially women, get with some guy. They want to be with them, but they don't want the kids. Then get with a different person. If you can't love the kids, don't do it to yourself. Especially don't do it to the kids.
Malaya was pretty I'm not sure if it's shock, but she was very flat, non-emotional flat. I put it down to shock, that she just didn't know what to do, and she kept saying she didn't know what to do. I asked if those were the doors that the children went out, and she said yes, and she opened and closed them to show me how quiet they were, which I did find a little strange.
That's strange.
I asked her around what time she seen them, and she said she never seen them since Thursday night when she put them to bed.
Listen, that's fucking strange, guys. What mother doesn't see her 4-year-old for 12 to 14 hours? Her sick kids. I don't believe that. Let me tell you something. Those children, in my opinion, if Jack was there in that house and he woke up, that little 500 square foot trailer, those kids are going to be in that bedroom. They're going to be in that bedroom. Jack isn't just going to stay in the kitchen. Daniel actually says something very interesting. I was finding in an article about that. Made me think of something, and I'll show you guys that here in a little bit.
I asked her what time she thought they got up, and she said between 8 and 8:30. But she said she didn't see them.
Between 8, Malaya, according to Belinda, they got up between 8 and 8:30. I don't believe that. You got up at 6:17, Malaya, and use Daniel's phone or whatever. That's how you cannot convince me. You can not convince me otherwise that a mother says her phone is, well, Daniel says her phone is dead. Malaya didn't say her phone was dead, but Daniel's phone was used. We do know that. Daniel's phone was used that morning. An email was sent, and that's when you get the confirmation that's the only time you get a confirmation is when you email. I think it's through the app, if I remember correctly. Pretty sure it was 6:15, and the kids are up at 8 or 8:30, and you guys are just dozing in and out at 8:15, and you don't check on your sick kids. You don't. Okay, your kids got a cough. Anytime your kids are sick, what time do they get a fever or a cough? Really bad. It's of the morning, right? Of the morning and at night. That's when they get the fever. That's when they get the cough. They're laying down. When they start laying down, all the sinus drainage and all that, or when they get back up, it's all right. At the very least, they were severely neglected, in my opinion.
She heard them out in the other room playing. She never said what room. She just said she heard them out in the room playing.
Oh, so she heard him out in the room.
And
too.
she drifted off to sleep. And when she woke,
God, it's just amazing. Daniel said Malaya said Daniel was drifting in and out of sleep. Well, he said it too. Malaya says she's drifting in and out of sleep. Janie is drifting in and out of sleep. Meadows supposedly asleep. And it's just Jack and Lily up. Out of all these people, they're the only two. The two sick kids are the only two that aren't drifting. Save it.
up again, she didn't hear nothing. And she realized that the place was just too quiet. So they got up and they searched. She said they searched the house. They got her not drifted off to sleep. And when she woke up again, she didn't hear nothing. And she realized that the place was just too quiet. So,
Place was just too quiet. Lily, get out of here. Be quiet. Don't wake up your sister Meadow. And then they go, be quiet. And that's when, oh my God, something's wrong. Now, I do agree when kids are quiet, they're usually into something. I do agree with that. But either way, whether this in my opinion, totally fabricated story of what is it? Malaya saying to Daniel, do you hear the kids? Wake up. You don't wake your spouse up. Do you hear the kids? Let me wake you up. Do you hear the kids? Who does that? You don't do that. You either get up off your ass and go look, or you yell, hey, are you okay? They both describe sudden. Yes. Yes. Everyone describes sudden silence, right? Daniel, Malaya, and Janie. I heard them, then silence. Silence isn't good. Because really, the only time kids are silent at 4 and 6 is when they're sleeping. They're not silent any other time. Right? At all. Thank you, Kelly. Why, Justin, why wouldn't they use cadaver dogs on the property? Good question. Good question, Kelly. I don't know. But they should have. They should have. In my opinion, they absolutely should have used cadaver dogs. I don't know if it was an issue of just finding cadaver dogs, but that's the RCMP. I mean, hello, they've got to have cadaver dogs. That's a good question. I should have been done very, very
And
much in the
they
beginning.
searched, she said they searched the house, they searched the yard.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think she said Daniel went off in the truck to search. So I asked her, I said, we're here to search. So you know your kids. You're the mom. Moms know their kids. You know what takes their interest, where they like to go around the yard, where you have to get after them all the time. And she said they always like to play up by their fort. So I told her we would start up there. So we headed out, and that's where we started. I never met Daniel that day. She told me that he was out searching. He's been searching since they've been gone.
That makes me extraordinarily suspicious. Daniel says it. Yeah, the first day and the second day, I was just out. I wasn't home very much. That's what he says. I wasn't home very much. I feel really weird about that. They did check the septic tank. They checked all of that, yeah. I do not think the kids are on the property whatsoever at all. But I have a very, very weird feeling about that. In my opinion, Daniel is trying to get ahead of the story right there. Trying to get ahead of the story right there. There's only a few ways out of there. Right? Only a few ways out of there. And so if they were taken out of there, it had to be on just a couple of routes. Period. Or if the four-wheeler was used, then in my opinion, they're more closer to the area. But I don't think that they're in that 5-mile radius. But I absolutely believe they are near water. I personally don't think they're in water. Maybe they are, but I think that they're near water.
I did see her mom in the Daniel's mom, sorry. I seen Janie in the driveway. He had another woman with her. I wasn't sure who it was at the time. And I did see Justin outside at the time.
Listen to this. This is very important.
Okay.
I have a
Belinda.
question.
Do I think Malaya knows where the kids are? I think she probably has a good idea, but she may not. But there's one person, in my opinion, without a doubt, does.
Go ahead.
For obviously for Belinda, but and I don't know if
Listen
Sunny
to
is
this.
going to talk about this at all, but for me, with Darren's,
I just want to
kind of
hear
Happened in the living building.
1 second here.
Way to put it was
that kind of you did
Listen to
swarmed
Charlotte.
with police and searchers and everything. Did you notice looking back, any kind of nerves or any kind of angst going on with her or anybody around her that Saturday morning when you showed
I
up?
believe Belinda. Absolutely, 1,000%.
She was totally, a good way to put it was she looked totally lost. She had Meadow on her hip. She was holding Meadow, and she looked totally lost. Her grandmother was sitting in the living room.
I believe she had a lot
As
of
for the
time to her
people
head.
around her, I know when we come into the driveway, Janie was sitting on some kind of a bench thing or something in the
Listen.
driveway, and I can't remember who the woman was beside her. There was a policewoman standing there, and the policewoman was talking to them. We couldn't make out what she was saying until we got up closer. And Janie was really crying a lot. And this woman was saying to her, "It's okay, Mom. They're not blaming you. They just want to look in your trailer. They're not."
This, I absolutely believe Belinda here. Mom, they're not blaming you. They just want to look in your trailer. What's the fucking problem, Janie? What? Your little poochie poo is that's its RV? I've said this since day one. Put a freaking leash on it. I don't understand. And so I feel like something's hidden. I feel like it could have been, I don't think Jack or Lily was in there or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But was it rugs? Was it something? Was it something Daniel, Malaya, someone on the property said, call a 911, put this in your place? Was it something of the kids? Was it something that was to be hidden? I don't know. I don't know. Girl Mama, thank you so much. Oh, and why did Janie let the dog out from the CBC interview? No problem. Did she let the dog out? Did she let the dog out? But when they asked to search the RV, she made a huge deal about it. But, like, if they wanted to search your place, like, listen, if you have 2 kids missing, not 1, 2, it's standard protocol, right? A police officer gets you out of your car, they're going to search your person, right? They're going to search your person. There's 2 children missing. It doesn't, nobody's saying you did anything. They're just checking to make sure. You guys, a lot of you guys that watch me know I was doing a case 6-7 months ago, and a child had been missing for hours. He was in the closet. They had searched everywhere. Police had even searched. Kid was in the closet. Like, it's standard procedure. Parents overlook kids. Listen to this. So thank you so much, my dear. And yeah, with the CBC, was the dog out? I mean, the dog was in the windshield. I know that, like, the dog was in the windshield whenever this was going on, but the dog was just sitting there looking at the cameraman. In the other CBC interview, they say The dog that barks at everything. Everyone complains about that fucking dog. Everyone. But there it's just and it's not a small it's not a big dog. Not a big dog at all. And this is Saturday. Why would you be crying that they're blaming you? Kids, get out. Kids, get out. From what, in my opinion, I found something. We'll try to get to it tonight. If not, we'll get to it tomorrow. But it's a retired RCMP officer speaking, and he was talking about this case. And if, for instance, when they stop searching, at that point, they could like the upper brass RCMP may have knew that this is no longer, that these children didn't walk out. Right. And I believe fairly quickly, RCMP knew, upper RCMP knew that this was not an abduction case. This was not a children that walked out on their own whatsoever. And this RCMP individual, I'll try to play it tonight, but he's talking about this case, and he says most of the time, just the regular RCMP people, they don't even know. Like, none of the search people would know. They'll just give an excuse like, time's up. They're most not likely viable anymore, or something to that effect. And I found that very interesting. Like, even a lot of the RCMP, wouldn't even have known at that time. So there's that. Thank you, Kelly X. Justin, do you think the RCMP has proof that the kids are alive? I don't. No. I don't think that they're looking for alive kids. There's nothing to say that the children are alive. And this is the thing. They have said at the time that they were searching and all that cadaver dogs hadn't been used. But just because they weren't used there doesn't mean they're not being used in other places. Okay. I need to look at their wording on that as well. Just because, listen, I know for a fact that they are RCMP are pounding the pavement right now. They're working their asses off. They really are. They said the other day, but you guys heard what I said in the beginning. 800 and some open.
Blaming you. They just need to make sure that there's nothing in the trailer. And she went on to state that there was nothing in the trailer. She didn't want them around her dog.
Hold on, what's this?
And they just need to make sure.
This is what I wanted to hear.
They just want to look in your trailer. They're not blaming you. They just need to make sure that there's nothing in the trailer. And she went on to state that there was nothing in the trailer. She didn't want them around her dog.
This, I just cannot get over this, Janie. And I know you're watching this. What the hell makes your dog so important that it can't be inconvenienced, or you can't be inconvenienced as well? It's not the dog's fault. It's your fault to get your dog out, whether you say, yeah, let me tell you something. People say all the time that there's not drugs in their car, or there's not, people aren't trafficking people over the border or whatever. Just because you say it doesn't make it true. I don't believe that they thought Jack or Lily was in there. It's protocol. And that makes me really look at you a whole different way, Janie, to be quite honest with you. Because think about this. If that was your kids when they were little, you would want to bankrupt heaven and hell, Janie, if you didn't know. And the RCMP had no idea at this point. It's so bizarre. Yes, Enoch, how were those children really treated? Whenever she says, my dog is so stressed out, she didn't like Lily's screaming. I didn't like Lily screaming. Guess what? I'm sure they didn't like, Lily and Jack didn't like maybe bruises sometimes, right? I'm sure they would have liked to had a mother and a stepfather that got up with them of the morning and made them breakfast, checked on them. That really breaks my heart when I say that. Fuck you both. All three of you, as a matter of fact.
And the policewoman told her that she was impeding an investigation and she would have to get a search warrant. And then I thought, well, we'll just continue on into the trailer. That was the only thing I found just a little strange, that I was wondering what that was all about. An investigation.
Hold on.
And the policewoman told her that she was impeding an investigation in the trailer. And she went on to say that there was nothing in the trailer. She didn't want them around her dog. And the policewoman told her that she was impeding an investigation and she would have to get a search warrant. And then I thought, well, we'll just continue on into the trailer. That was the only thing I found just a little strange, that I was wondering what that was all about. When I got inside the trailer and after I had hugged Malaya, I mean,
that's unbelievable.
I
they had to get the search warrant?
Now, I didn't notice because I wasn't watching,
Janie's
but
last
my
name is
sister
impeding.
stated that she
Junkyard
noticed
Janie
Malaya
impeding.
wasn't crying at all. She didn't have any tears, that she was very non-emotional. That after the hugging, and I stated about the woman outside that was upset, and she told me that
Absolutely,
was Daniel's mother.
Absolutely.
And that she was having a hard time. And she said that was Daniel's brother. And I told her I seen the resemblance, so I figured they were related. She did tell me who the other person was, but I can't remember.
Ding, 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 ding. Mini Panthers for the win. Trivia time. What does Junkyard Janie and CP, also known as Edgar Amos, have in common? Neither have pics of the past few years of the kids they loved, in my opinion. Yeah. And that's she didn't need pictures of the kids because they lived there and she saw them. Guys, about a 1 in the chat if you have pictures of your loved ones that live in your home, because I think most of us do. I think that's a really a piss poor excuse, Janie. But I see where Daniel gets it from, honestly. Another piss poor excuse.
And
it wasn't Logan, was it?
I met Logan. I think we were there Saturday. I don't remember Logan Saturday. I seen her in passing, but not to talk to her. I talked to Logan on Monday.
Were you there for the argument? I'm sorry, Sunny, I'm totally taking over. This is my last question.
I was not there for the argument. When we were there Saturday, when we were getting ready to leave, we were in the
Janie, I bet you got pictures of other grandkids. I bet you got pictures of that dog, right? I mean, here's the thing. The dog's hair was falling out. You took it to the doctor. You took it to the vet, right? Jack and Lily supposedly had a cough, home 2 days. And they didn't get to go to the doctor. Okay.
wood searching. We come back out. I went back in to let her know that we were finished basically for the day. That was in kind of late afternoon. And we come back out when we were sitting in the car because, I mean, it was pretty miserable in the woods. So we were kind of breaking in the car. I seen Cindy drive.
Pretty miserable in the woods. This is Saturday. But like a 4-year-old is going to go in the woods and climb over all these trees in a diaper. What is a kid going to do the first time what is a 4 or a 6-year-old going to do the first time they get scraped going into the woods when it's especially wet and cold? They're going to turn around. They can't get out of that yard without getting scratched unless they go to the road, which they didn't. Also, another thing, Daniel says in one of the interviews in the very beginning, they must have gotten out of the back part of the yard where the fence is. How would he know that? The back part of the yard. How would you know that, Daniel?
Up. She had some woman with her, and her husband was also there. They went into the house. Then this vehicle pulled up, and this gentleman got out, and he introduced himself as the chief, but I'm not sure of what reserve he was talking about. I can't remember that. But he did say he was the chief, and he was looking for Malaya. So I took him to Malaya's, and he went in. So my sister and I decided, well, we'll do searching just up the other road further. So we did. When we come back, I stopped in again, and the chief and Malaya, and there was 1 or 2 other people around the table, and I thought I heard him say about a prayer circle, and they were on like a conference
I'm
thing
sure he
on
has
his
been
phone,
interviewed, Patricia.
and I could hear words in the back.
I mean, I would almost absolutely guarantee you at this point that Justin has been interviewed almost very much to me. Justin, Janie said in her interview that she would take the kids for walks in the woods, but then she said she would have to carry Jack because the brush and trees. Yes, correct. Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't even believe they're in the woods. Right? But she said, my first instinct was the woods. Make that make sense. And Daniel says very early on, I think it's in the city news everywhere, that Daniel says The children's stepfather said that he wants the public to keep an eye out on any discarded items in the area, including a pull-up diaper that Jack is likely to have taken off by now. Lilly could have dropped the backpack she was carrying as well. And this was interesting. And Jack's boots might slip off. And Jack's boots might slip off. He says the children aren't the outdoorsy type wanting to come back home as soon as their boots or clothes get wet or dirty. So this is highly unusual, Mr. Martell said. Then he says there are boot prints about 10 feet from the home and then, quote, nothing. Martell believes the children could have been abducted, but police say there's no evidence to suggest that they were taken. Martell says he is focused on assisting where he can while praying for the children's safe return. I just want to bring them home. I just want to see them again, Martell says. That the boot might have been taken off. And I was just wondering, I'm like, did they miss a boot? Did they miss a boot? Is there a boot out there? Like, I don't think they missed anything. I really don't. But it makes me wonder because I don't think Jack was out there, but I'm like, could a boot been planted? I don't know. Yeah, well, there was allegedly a boot print found at outside where Janie was conveniently raking the other, when the night before the kids went missing. And then there's a boot print next to the pipeline also where Janie says her and Justin was on the ATV. Daniel got a ride on the front of the ATV, and they see Daniel next to the pipeline, which is again where the boot print was found and close to where the blanket was found. And also found by family members. Family members, not search, which again is extremely interesting to me. I don't find that a coincidence whatsoever. Right? Thank you so much, Butterflies. Who would have more motive between the two? Well, this is the thing. I think that there's most likely what I call a neglectful accident. Because I believe Malaya would have said something by now if it was just if someone else in the home, unrelated to Malaya, did something, just outright did something. But she could feel like, she didn't tell the truth in the beginning, so charges could come down on her. So as well, or allegedly allowed the potential abuse to happen. So, I mean, I believe a step parent in this case is more likely to have motive. But there doesn't need to be a motive in everything. There's not necessarily a motive in every missing child's case, right? I think many times the motive is something happens very quickly or an accident happens and oh shit, this can, get me in a lot of trouble and people panic. Just as I believe by speaking to someone that knows Edgar very well. Whenever Edgar's wife, when they were in the kitchen and Edgar's now ex-wife hit the floor and he thought allegedly she was deceased, he panicked. And this is people that he's actually told this to, according to very good, very, very good sources. And so sometimes people just panic. You know what I mean? So thank you, dear. Kelly, Justin, do you think the RCMP has proof that the kids are? I read that one. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you again, Kelly. And Jack is only in a diaper. His poor little bare legs would have been too far in the woods. It wouldn't. He wouldn't have went in the woods. No. Nope. Yep. They will not convince me otherwise. I mean, let's say, okay, let's think about this a second. Let's think about this for a second. Miss Janie, Junkyard Janie, says she heard the kids outside playing for a while, right? She never gave a time. I found very convenient, Janie, by the way. Very convenient that you didn't say how long approximately they were out there and all this. But remember, it's wet and cool. Daniel says they would go straight back inside. Well, if they're out there for just a few minutes, they're going to be A, wet and cold. They're going to go right back inside. B, Jack has allegedly just a diaper on. They're outside on a swing set, right? And playing in the dirt or whatever. He's already been in that diaper anywhere from 12 to upwards to 15 hours. That diaper is going to fall apart outside already. It's already in delicate territory after being 12 to 14 hours of a child having a diaper. Obviously, he's peed in it, right? So if he actually went outside, that diaper, and if he keeps it on, it's going to be, he ain't going to make it out of the yard with that diaper. And he would probably take it off. You're right. But it's wet and it's cold. Right? So there's that.
Background in that. So I kind of made my leave at that point and I left. And then me and my sister headed out.
I mean, I think, do I think Lily and Jack are in the woods? Yes. I don't think they're in the woods where they searched, though. I think they're in the woods somewhere else where they were, in my opinion, deliberately placed by individual or individuals, in my opinion. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you, Shannon, honey. Thank you for all your hard work, truth, and honesty. We appreciate Oh, thank you, Shannon. You're the best. You are the best, dear. Thank you so much. You guys, I adore you, Pearls. You guys are amazing. See, look the other way because they don't make sense. You mean Cindy? Is that who you mean?
Back, I stopped in again, and the chief and Malaya, and there was one or two other people around the table, and I thought I heard him say about a prayer circle, and they were on like a conference thing on his phone, and I could hear words in the background and that. So I kind of made my leave at that point, and I left, and then me and my sister headed out. So the only thing I can
No, I don't think this is just purely, in my opinion, Terry, I'm just one of 7 billion on the planet, but I don't think this is just a DV situation. No. Do I think there was abuse going in the home? Yeah. Absolutely do. I think Daniel is about as big of a sack of a shit as you can get, to be quite honest with you. Because I think he's much different. I think he's much different in private. You know, like, I always gave Daniel credit that he was out speaking and at least taking the questions. But now I look at it as, truthfully, I look at it as he's never done that for Jack or Lily. He's not doing it for Jack and Lily. He is not ever advocated for Jack or Lily at all. Right? It's always been about how innocent he is and about how guilty he says Malaya is. He's not doing this, in my opinion, for Jack or Lily at all. At all. You don't hear him. You never hear him. You didn't hear Janie advocate, talking about, what people can do to, this is it. If you are innocent, in my opinion, you know what I would say if I were them? Yeah, you know what? A lot of people think, I've changed my stories or whatever. I'm not here to talk about me today. I'm not here to people's their little opinions on me or anything. Let's be productive for these children. Let's be productive for Jack and Lily. How we can all work better to find them. Because listen, whenever RCMP or some of us find the truth, that's when you'll get your answer. That's what they should be saying. That's what they should be saying. Because it's not about Malaya or Daniel. And listen, creators say this all the time. People's like, well, can we focus on Jack and Lily? And that's the whole point. However, there's a big ass caveat to that. And this is the thing. If the parents are lying out their ass on a missing child or children, what else do you do? What else do you do? Because if you can't get even a baseline of truth and you're changing your stories, not, you know, a word, but completely different stories, you got nothing to work with. You got a mother who's literally, in almost every sense of the way, mute. You've got a stepdad who has blamed everything except himself. I have not heard. Think about this. Think about this. What is one thing in the last 3 months that you have heard Daniel take accountability for? I'll wait. I'll wait. One thing. One thing. What is one thing that Daniel has taken accountability for? Nothing. Nothing. They are on the defensive. It's never been about Jack or Lily. Ever. Do I think they wish they could turn back time? Fuck yes. But they can't do that. That's why we have to live in the present. This is where we are. This is where we're at. Whatever happened, happened. But when you are lying, look at these two babies right here. Look at these two babies right here in this photo. They're 4 and 6. I'm going to cry. I can't. 4 and 6 years old. They were brought into the world. None of us are, you know, we don't choose our parents. We don't choose our lifestyle. We don't choose our country we're born in. We don't choose, you know, what religion we grow up into. We don't choose our color. We don't choose any of that. But they were born to a mother and a father, and they already started off really a rough patch. Because, you know, I love and respect Belinda so much, but Cody was not a good father at the time, right? He couldn't take care of himself. Couldn't take care of himself. Right? He was on his own journey. But, you know, there's two kids. And Malaya obviously got with Daniel real quick. And everything's great in the beginning. It always is, generally. And then she moved into this place, if you call that, and where the kids' lives were essentially changed forever. They weren't, in my opinion, worked with. Malaya completely said that they are behind all the other kids at school. Listen, we all spend our time how we spend our time. We don't get it back, right? We all got to, make an income. We all got to do our things in life. None of us, unless you're obscene rich and, you inherited a bunch of money or whatever, that's one thing, but you don't get your time back regardless whether you. So, parents have to work and all that. But Daniel was in whatever Daniel was doing. Whatever Daniel was doing. And Malaya had just, gotten with Daniel. They had been together 6 months. They moved into this house. And then she has another child. And then she's stuck there. From what I understand, Malaya's income was recent, or in the last several months, from what I understand, was affected in some way or another, which truthfully puts, there is a thing as, what's the word I'm looking for, guys? Financial abuse or financial neglect, right? And Daniel, I want to say this to you because you are a sack of shit for texting this. You're a sack of shit for texting this. You said Malaya can't sit around something all day now. She'll have to get a job and actually work. Well, let me tell you something. Most mothers, regardless, that's a cold ass thing to say to anybody, especially someone who birthed your child, whether she was a good mother or not. It just is what it is. So shame on you. Shame on you. It's not like you were working your ass off recently either. So, but you still got money. It's just a cold ass thing to say. But Malaya was spending her time, whether it was out of here, whether it was on the phone, whatever it was, whether it's rugs or whatever. Some children, they are born with it stacked against them in the beginning, right? Oh, he said it via text. Via text, I've shown it. Really crappy thing to do, right? Being broke is a major stress. Yes. Yes, it is. And people turn to poverty, people turn to drugs, right? To numb the pain or mental illness or anxiety or whatever. They self-medicate, right? Listen, I don't shame Malaya or Daniel if they are addicted at all. At all, right? The thing, because addicted people can't even take care of themselves. They truly can't at the time. Most people can't. There are some functional people out there, but it's with math, it's one of those things. It's never, almost. What I get pissed about, if you do rugs, that's on you, boo. That's on you. You ain't hurting anybody else. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. Don't hurt the kids. Don't hurt the kids because you didn't score today or whatever your situation is. It's not the kid's fault. It's not the kid's fault. You take out, you spend all your money on the rugs. the kids don't get shit. And that's the truth. That's 100% why I believe Summer Wells, one of the reasons why I believe Summer Wells is missing today. Parents got all kinds of COVID money, all of that. They're addicts. They fucking blew it out on each other, you know. And the family system dies. It does. It's the health of the family. You hear me. If you watch me, you hear me say it all the time. It's the health of the family. All of our households, all of our families have a health score at the time. And it's not always 100. And sometimes it might be way down there at the time, right? But we're talking about, we're not looking at necessarily a day-to-day thing. We're looking at an average, and it cycles, right? And it generally is based on mainly how the parents is taking care. You have to take care of yourself to take care of those human beings that you have devoted your entire life to, right? You have to. Because those kids, Jack and Lily, didn't get to just walk outside, get in a car, right? And that's what really burns me up about people that abuse their children, their animals, and someone who is physically or mentally not able to take care of themselves, right? Don, thank you so much, honey. I really do appreciate you so very much. Appreciate you very much. Good to see you. Hope you are well, my friend. Oh my goodness, Joyous, that is incredibly generous, honey. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I really do appreciate you. Can cadaver dogs smell things through plastic? Yes. Yes. What if the kids were wrapped in something? They can tell. Yeah. Yep. They can absolutely tell. Joyous. Yes. Yep. They can smell through concrete. Right? They can smell through concrete. They can encase someone in concrete and they can smell. Yeah. So that's a good question, and that's very generous of you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate your support more than you ever know. So thank you so much, Joyous. And thank you for being a member. 25 feet of water. Yes. Yep. You know, it depends on the circumstance. It depends on the dog too, to be honest with you. Where do I think the kids are? I think the kids are I think it depends. I think it depends. I think it really depends on if the kids actually, if something happened that night versus earlier in the morning, right? If something happened 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, I think they're farther. But I think if something happened earlier in the morning, I think they're closer. Daniel knows a lot of places. He knows a lot of places. And what is this? I've got something from him, right? What is this? He talks about, he says it in a different way than he says it as well. This was about them search. I have so many articles, guys. I bet you I have 75 tabs open right now with Daniel. He says right here, 2 seconds, guys. You know what? I want to look at what are these people? Where's it at? He talks so much. It's incredible. I'm just trying to find it real quick. It's very important. But he doesn't stop talking. Might be over there. This was the 13th. Martell said she said he was in the bedroom with his partner and their baby was they last saw Lilly and Jack on the morning of May 2nd. He recalled that Lilly was wearing a pink top when she poked her head in the door of their bedroom prior to departing. I just want to show you this. Nobody talks about this. There's a couple articles that he says this in. He recalled that Lilly was in a pink top when she poked her head in their bedroom prior to departing. Minutes later, he heard the sliding door that leads onto the backyard open and close. Martell had estimated within a, quote, few minutes, end quote, he set out to find the children, driving his vehicle on back roads and looking in culverts for them without success. And then he said he did a 4-hour interview with Major Crimes the day prior and submitted his smartphone and police examination. I've 100% been cooperating. I gave them my phone. I offered a drug test. I offered lie detector test. I offered them everything, he said in an interview. That's so wasn't it, but that's where he talks about the hearing, the sliding glass door. But he talks about him. It's about the culverts and stuff, but he talks about it in a different way. You know what I want to watch? The children's stepfather said that he wants the public to keep an eye out for any discarded items in the area. Okay, I read that one earlier. With the amount of quote, with the amount of money that they spend and all the capabilities they have, the helicopters to drones and people on the ground, ... they still have nothing, end quote, Martell said. According to him, the command leader on the case tried to show him a water bottle, a blanket, and 2 sweaters on May 5th. But then he says, but they were not Lilly and Jack's. But then I have an article over here that he says the blanket was, and this is before that they came out with this press conference. The children's stepfather said that he wants the public to keep an eye out for any discarded items in the area, including, okay, all right. That's where he talks about the pulled up diaper again. Lily could have dropped her backpack. Jack's boot might have slipped off. He was last seen wearing blue dinosaur boots. He wasn't seen wearing blue dinosaur boots. That's what there is allegedly. I would like to know. I would like to know if what the hell was I going to say? Oh, what did Lily and Jack wear? What kind of shoes did they wear to school? Right? Because I hope to God that those kids did not have to wear rubber boots to school for 8 hours a day. Those rubber boots, right? Those boots, those rubber boots don't keep your feet warm. They keep your feet dry, and they're constantly flapping against your shins. They're very uncomfortable. If you know, you know, right? If Malaya was so afraid of Daniel, why did she stay in the trailer first night after they went missing? She's not afraid of Daniel, I don't think. I mean, she might have been, but doesn't say. It just says a water bottle. Little kids always have a hard time putting boots on. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, check this out. Where was it at? I think it's this one right here. This is quote. Daniel, quote, as soon as I noticed that I didn't hear anything, I immediately jumped out of bed. He said in an interview outside. He said in an interview outside the home, I searched the bedrooms, looked in the backyards because they go looking for bugs and grass to feed the chickens. But Janie said she thought Jack might have let the chickens out. If this isn't fucking scripted, I don't know what the hell is. Had school shoes that stayed in the school. Yeah. Right. Janie is saying Daniel might have Jack might have let the chickens out. Daniel is saying right here, they go look for bugs, even though they also say Lily is terrified of bugs, hates them, but grass to feed the chickens. And when I noticed they weren't there, I jumped in my vehicle and surveyed the area and dirt, road, and culverts I could find. Martell, 33, said the pair probably slipped out the back door. Quote, they went to the back sliding door and it's virtually silent when you try to open it. This is quoted. He said, adding that both children were home from school because Lily had a cough. Quote, we only found 2 boot tracks outside the house about 10 feet away from the backyard. Asked why he thinks the pair may have been abducted, Martell says, I have no idea why anyone would want to take them, but they're easy to take. If they would have wandered to the road, they would get in cars as long as you offer them food or water or candy or anything like that, or even to see mom and dad, they would immediately get in. So fucking weird. Martell says they'll talk to anyone. They're just looking to have as much fun as they can. Jack absolutely loves bugs, dinosaurs, and anything like that. But Lily loves girly things. But she also loved doing everything with Jack. They're like best friends, not like brother and sister. I'm feeling terrible just the last few days, he says. Where was that? He also says they would have found him by the woods by now. So I'm urging the public to come forward if they have anything to say or offer. I don't think they'd make it far. As soon as they get their clothes and boots wet, they immediately want to take them off and go back in the house. So why would you be out, sir? I mean, if you don't think they would have made it far, why would you have jumped in the car? Because I don't know why anybody's jumping in a car for a 4 and a 6-year-old when they're going to be very, very close to home. Of course they are. They're going to be very, very close to home. Mark, why does the... Oh, Mariska, no, it's probably not that you're a free thinker or anything like that. It's probably because you were extremely disrespectful to the chat the other day and the moderators. And I don't normally say that to anyone in my chat, but you were extremely disrespectful the other day. So there's that. Hey Vic, thank you, love. Good to see you, baby. Justin, if anyone's deceased in the woods, there would be a lot of vultures in the flash going around. Yeah. You're exactly right. Yep. You know, Vic. Yeah. Yeah. So, there was that. I don't remember the date, but it's been within the last two weeks. I know that for sure. You were really simping for Daniel. But I don't care about that. It was that you're not going to be disrespectful. My mods are we rarely block anybody. There is less than 200 screen names that I have blocked, and that is almost zero when it comes to 24,000, 25,000 people. You know what I mean? So my mods are very, very, very good. Thank you, Andrew. So there's that. I don't know what was going on in chat. I didn't see, but I saw you were being disrespectful to my mods or something like that. You were being disrespectful to them, and my mods are world class. Period. Like, my mods make everyone feel welcome. let's see here. Martell said he was back in his bedroom. I already read that one. You know what? This is never played, and it should be played a lot. I've not seen it. Nobody plays it on their channel, including myself. Played it maybe a couple times. I didn't get to a 10th of what I wanted to tonight. It's my mouth, but I want to see something here. Look at this, guys. I can't even remember a lot of this. I want to see what the RCMP said in the very beginning.
I am Corporal Carly McCann, Provincial Public Information Officer for the Nova Scotia RCMP. Thank you all for being here today. Bonjour, je suis la caporale Carly
Okay,
McCann,
I can't
agent
understand
d'information
français.
publique pour la GRC en Nouvelle-Écosse. Constitue une to the podium with me. So County
Okay, let's get to
Colchester
that.
ground search and provide the current status and next steps.
Okay, you're just a speaker. Okay, let's get to. I want to see what they say here.
Thank you all for being here today. First of all, our thoughts go to the family and loved ones of Lilly and Jack Sullivan, to their communities, and to everyone who's worked day and night in an effort to find the children and bring them home. Since the first 911 call was received by the RCMP, reporting that 6-year-old Lilly and 4-year-old Jack had wandered away from their home on Garlick Road in Lansdowne Station, a multi-agency search has been underway. Teams have been working around the clock. This search has included many agencies, including volunteer ground search and rescue teams from across Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, the Civil Air Search and Rescue Association, known as CASERA, Department of Natural Resources Air Services,
That's okay.
Nova
Sure,
Scotia
sure.
Public Safety and
Thank you for being
Field
here.
Communications, Nova Scotia Guard, Joint Rescue Coordination Center, Salvation Army, the Canada Heavy Urban Search and Rescue Task Force 5.
Let's get to it.
Since Saturday, because we treat all missing person files as suspicious until our investigation leads us to determine otherwise, our Major Crimes Unit has been engaged.
Yeah, which was the day after, right? It was the day after the children were allegedly went missing. And we're at 3 months, and they still have not. They've not been able to clear Daniel or Malaya or anyone on the property for that matter, right? They've not been able to clear it. Now, to be fair, they've not named any of them a suspect or a person of interest either. But they said until we've, everything is suspicious until it's not.
It's been it.
I always think this. If after 4 years you can't clear Don and Candace Wells, right? A year and a half, you can't clear Edgar and KK. Like this. Major Crimes Unit is definitely still engaged. In fact, they said it was criminal in their press release that they made some alleged typos on that they edited it 3 times in 90 minutes.
An all-hands-on-deck effort using every available resource and tool. Since the search began on May 2nd, it has been concentrated in the Garlick Road area and has covered 4 square kilometers of heavy, wooded, rural terrain. Up to 160 trained volunteer searchers, along with many others, have been involved in the search each day. Tens of thousands of search hours have been dedicated to scouring the area, and GSAR has confirmed that over 100 tracks have been laid using GPS and grid searches. Efforts to locate Lilly and Jack have also included 2 vulnerable missing person alerts, posting their children's photos and information on Nova Scotia RCMP website and social media accounts. Our social accounts have more than 300,000.
Yeah, they generally don't, because I think there's a lot of legality to it, to be honest with you. If I've spoke to people and they said, we can think 99% chance based off of everything we know that these people, certain individuals, did something to a child. But what if there's that 1% or less that we actually find them in the woods and everything was, off until, we're still investigating. So I think that's that, they don't want that
followers
out there.
and releasing information to local media as well as reporters across the country. Lilly and Jack have made headlines from coast to coast. While the search has been ongoing, RCMP officers continued with the missing person investigation, speaking with family and community members to gather tips and other information that could help locate the children. We have not received any confirmed reports of sightings.
Gary, I don't know why they haven't used cadaver dogs, but it's a rare occurrence for any animal to attack a child. The animals are normally more scared than just as much scared as the kids. I don't think there's been a bear attack in Nova Scotians that I think I was looking that up before. I don't get with the bear stuff. And
Lilly
all
and
of
Jack's
that
family
stuff.
has been provided with regular
They
updates
leak
on the
too much
search and
evidence.
on the missing person investigation. They've also been afforded supports. As of today, May 7th, the active search efforts to locate Lilly and Jack will be scaled back.
Arrested?
We're transitioning
Not in
from a
Kansas?
full-scale
No.
search
God,
to
I
searches of more specific spaces that have already been searched by our teams. We want to circle back to increase the probability that all clues have been found. And when transitioning from an active search
Yes, there
to a
was an
scaled-back
official.
search,
There was
the
statements
probability
on
of
it.
survival
Yes,
is taken into
recently.
consideration.
Less than last month.
I want to assure you that our missing persons investigation continues. We're not packing up, and we're not giving up. Our investigation is broad, and it won't end until we know where Lilly and Jack are and can bring them home. We'll continue
Daniel
to
said he
investigate
asked
and
for
chase
them.
leads for as long as and as hard as we have to. We have the best investigators working every aspect of the file. We continue to appeal to anyone who have information related to our investigation and who has not yet spoken to us to contact the Pictou County District RCMP at 902-485-4333
How do you know that?
or Crime Stoppers.
If you know that to be a fact,
Before I
please
close,
say it. If
I want to
not, then just
reiterate
please
that our
put in
hearts
my
go out to Lilly
opinion,
and Jack's family,
respectfully.
to the community, and the people who've worked so incredibly hard to date. Many of us have children of our own and have wanted nothing more than to reunite Lilly and Jack with their loved ones. Thank you.
I don't know. But they said, all I know is they said that they didn't have cadaver dogs.
Thank you, Staff Sergeant McKinnon.
No.
I'll now provide his remarks in French.
Daniel.
Merci à tous d'être présents aujourd'hui.
Rewind.
Tout d'abord, nos pensées vont à la famille et les proches de Lilly et Jack Sullivan, conjoints de coordination et à tous les outils système de localisation en chat.
Let me find it. Okay, this is English.
Directed. We will be limiting the question and answer period to one question and
go to
one
questions.
follow-up.
This is what I want
Nous
to
allons
hear.
maintenant procéder à la période de questions et réponses. Nous vous demandons, s'il vous plaît, de vous limiter à une question et à un suivi. Pour le bénéfice de tous les participants, veuillez indiquer votre nom, l'organisation que vous représentez et à qui vous dirigez votre question. Donc, on va commencer à ma gauche ici, so we'll start on my left over here if someone has a question on this side. Yeah.
You said you're going over areas that aren't. What's the purpose of that? When before that you were telling us you were extending the search, and if you could say it in French.
If you'd like to start in English, I'll repeat in French.
What we'll be doing is we'll be continuing on. Just because today the search is being scaled back, we still will continue on, and we will go back to areas that we feel that we may need to relook at, and we may expand out if there's any type of information that leads us to believe that we need to do that.
So, if you'd like to follow up, sorry, I'll.
Why? How would that help you to specifically of the places that have been searched by hundreds of people, like you're saying? Like, how could that help find conviction?
Yeah, because of the
It's a little
terrain, there could be
staticky here.
different types of things that we may want to try and get back in if we are able to locate anything that may come up that the searchers didn't go catch the first time. But we will do everything we can to try and find Jack and Lily. Yeah, and based on the weather, the season changes, we don't want to leave, and we're not leaving. It's just that this part of this search is being scaled back.
So, en français, on continue de faire la recherche dans les mêmes espaces qu'on a déjà visités, parce qu'avec les changements de météo, les changements de saison pendant l'année, on va peut-être trouver des nouveaux indices, des nouvelles choses là qui peuvent nous aider à établir des nouveaux indices pour trouver Lily et Jack. On continue avec la
That was
recherche
an
ici.
RCMP
Et
update about the cadaver
notre
dog
but
not
ici
being used.
continue de retourner Lily et Jack à leur famille et à leur maison. Yes.
I guess, you've done an incredibly exhaustive search. And
I just want to hear this.
crime is also here. And having not found these children, having done a very thorough search, can you tell us the role of major crime in this and what you can tell us about that investigation?
Rob McCammon, Robert, and MCCAMON is the last name. So major crime became involved very early in the investigation. We're able to bring in some specialized knowledge and skill sets, and we help with the information management and decision making. As we scale back, as we've identified, there are certain areas that are going to be relooked at that could contain a confined area perhaps, and maybe need some more specialized search areas. But I'll leave that to the search crews to expand on. And we're going to continue pursuing any leads or information that comes in, and the stuff that we do have. We have engaged in all areas of the RCMP. All tools that are available to us are being considered and engaged when appropriate.
Do you have a follow-up?
Yeah, and a follow-up that I guess the general population looks at it and says, you've searched very thoroughly this area.
Mm-hmm.
You would have found them
Mm-hmm.
if they were there. Which then makes people, certainly on social media, people are assuming, rightly or wrongly, that there's some criminal element to this.
Sure.
And can you, I know, what can you tell me about that? Your work on that?
Well, I can't really speculate on the investigation, obviously. That wouldn't be fair to the process. But we are constantly reviewing everything that's been done, looking at all different facets of available information, and we'll make decisions on that. I can't really comment on the details of that, but we will pursue every lead that becomes available and take it to where it needs to go. So,
thank you. So, is there a question? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
You at first said it wasn't suspicious. You think the kids just wandered off. Now you're saying every missing person's investigation is considered suspicious. Is it still
Black
suspicious?
economics.
Are there any suspects here?
again, I'm not going to comment on the details of the investigation.
Do you hear that? Do you have any suspects here? I'm not going to comment on that investigation. That was May 7th.
But I will comment, when somebody goes missing and we become engaged as any police officer, not just major crime, we will look at all the details and make considerations on the information we have, right? When it comes to a missing person, we have to automatically consider those, are there people that have different charter implications and things like that? So we will automatically start to consider what evidence is pointing us towards a suspicious in nature. Again, I can't comment more than that, but every missing person case, we would.
I cannot stand that noise. I don't know why it's doing that. I guess they was having a bad trouble there. Who dresses up for the camera, puts on gold chains, fixes his hair, puts on clean clothes when the kids are missing? They act like it's just another regular day, nothing to see here. Patricia, Daniel now says that never happened. That never happened. He just recently said that the other night. The other night, he recently just said that shit. Where'd that go? That never happened. Listen, but Janie says she was right there where she had raped. Listen to this.
Did do a lot for those
That
kids.
was,
Yeah.
I think it was 14. One second.
The ones that are on the flyers right now, let me have a look,
I think it's right after this.
are actually the up-to-date photos of Jack and Lily, because Jack and Lily just get their hair cut
She didn't
not
take the
long
kids-
before that. So
She didn't
the
take the
pictures
kids off.
on the photo on the flyers are up-to-date pictures. I can say they're up-to-date pictures because the day Lily got her hair cut and I went in the day she got it cut, she said, "Look, Granny, look at my new hairdo. Isn't it pretty?" And I got nice.
Well, Charmaine, he might have said that he said no one saw Malaya at the road. The question we asked, one of my people asked him about that. He said never happened. Never happened. That's the thing, Justin. I think said that, so Daniel denies it ever happened. That's the thing, Justin is talking about, that M putting the kids in the car. I don't know if you mean me, Justin, or brother Justin. Janie, I think, said that. Well, Durwood said that. That's what he indicated. But to be honest with you, where did Durwood hear that? Janie, probably, and I would say Daniel, most likely. Even though Daniel agreed with Durwood 100%, now that he's saying it never happened. That's a Durwood. Yeah, I mean, I think he was a tool. I think he was a useful idiot. I think he was a useful idiot. Are you feeling bad, Charmaine? I'm sorry. She sure ain't debunking it. No. God, no. Listen to this. I think it's right up here.
Bangs, and Jack would come over and say, "I got my hair cut too," and I would say to him, "Yeah, you got your hair cut. It's really short. It looks good." So yes, those are the last two pictures of on the flyers that are updated.
Yeah, Lisa Lou.
I can say they're up-to-date pictures because the
Imagine that. Oh, God.
When,
Dang it.
as I said in my interview, I might have said Monday morning, but it was Sunday morning. On Friday, I had search and rescue check my trailer. The reason why is this officer Mason was going to come into my trailer, and I said, "There's a dog in there."
But this wasn't Friday. This was Saturday. She's got it wrong here. She doesn't even know her days here. Because Belinda was there Saturday. She was there Saturday when this happened. And she's like, "Yeah, man, I got it wrong." We got it wrong again.
And she said to me, "If you interfere in our investigation, I will have you removed from the premises." That's all I was saying to her. There was a dog in there. And the reason why I said that is my dog, this is his property. And as I said, if my brothers
It's Lilly and
or
Jack
my family come
too.
and they knock before they come in here. My dog is not a vicious dog, but it is his property. He knows people that come here. He did not know Officer Mason. And the reason why I said there was a dog in there is so she would not open the door and something happened. So after that incident happened.
No. Janie, you are lying through your teeth here. You are lying through your teeth here. You don't say to it, yeah, of course. I mean, a dog that's fucking barking out the wazoo, they obviously know there's a fucking dog in there, Janie, number one. Number two, yeah, if there's a dog in there, you still say there's a dog in there. And they're like, cool. But you saying you can't go in there, you're not telling it all, Janie. And that makes you look really sus, in my opinion. Not only that, you're not telling all about what happened with these fights and these arguments either. You're not telling it all, Janie. Oh my God. Yes, sure. She certainly is. That dog that wasn't barking during the interview, yeah, was actually like with its tongue out. That, oh my God, that RV, man, that thing is dank. People are racist. Oh, really? That thing is dank. I'm not even joking you. Like those steps, did you see? Like it's muddy. Like it's bad. Well, did she have a different dog in the RV that she's worried about? That's Mohawk. Why? If you had another dog, you had another dog. Last time I checked, Janie, child abuse is against the law. You damn Skippy. Damn Skippy. RV is an accident waiting to happen. Yeah, I mean that screams crack shed 101, in my opinion, allegedly.
I got search and rescue. I think his name was Rick, to come. Him and 3 searchers came and searched this trailer. And then I heard afterwards that Malaya let people in here to search the trailer. So this trailer was searched.
Well, this is the thing. For other people, Malaya let other people in there, right? Why wasn't you letting them in at that time? Why? That's what I don't understand.
Twice on Friday. And it was searched again on Sunday morning because Officer Mason came with 3 people and she asked me to take my dog out of the camper, which I did.
Which you should have done Saturday, and you got your dates wrong again. You got your dates wrong again, Janie.
And they searched this trailer. And as I said, they even looked in my washer spinner. So yes, this trailer.
Listen, you haven't even looked in your washer spinner since 1976, girl. Get over it.
Trailer RV was searched. And as I said about the cupboard, I have no cupboards in my trailer because I renovated it. And
AKA, she stripped it down and sold everything she could. Renovating. That's what alleged you know, smoke and Drano people do, in my opinion, allegedly.
If they searched my trailer, if I did have a cupboard in here, they would have searched it.
Okay, I gotta clip that. They would have searched it. Why do you sound like SpongeBob SquarePants all the time? But with the Nova Scotian accent. You sound like SpongeBob SquarePants. You haven't had a cupboard since 1926, Janie. Old mother cupboard. Dog has no fur, no cupboards, no roof. Fuck. Yeah. She's definitely not living in a pineapple. At this point, I would rather, probably. That is odd. He was apparently living there, but has not been mentioned so much. I don't know. I don't know if he was living there or not. I don't know. I don't think he was necessarily living there, but I think he might have been staying there, perhaps, if him and his lady got in a fight. She's got a musty hutch and a mother cupboard. Yep.
So there is no drugs, there is no guns, there is no sex toys of any kind in any cupboard. So does that answer your question for the second time? Here, be nice in the chat, or I end this conversation right now. The lady that was asking me questions, I wish she continue answering me questions. If not, I am done. When she is done asking me questions, you guys can comment all you want. I have nothing to hide.
Oh my God.
I lost everything in my life. So, after I'm done with talking and telling my side of the story, the truth, if you want to comment and say whatever you want, believe me, I do not care.
You definitely do care, ma'am. Ma'am, you do care. Holy shit, it's 1 o'clock. You do care. If you don't do this, I'm leaving. I don't care what you guys say, but I'm leaving if you answer that or say that again. Saturday evening. Why does she talk like that? Toys, I know. Can you see Durwood and Janie? Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. On the list. I don't have toys in my cupboard. They're in the dog basket. Spot. Bring it over here. Listen. Little side note. Some, you go to PetSmart, you're like, I'm not really sure what this is. But that's a side note. That's where Janie gets her. That's where Janie gets her toys. Losing fur. Yeah. Because you're old and you're probably going to start a fire with that toy. God. She thinks she's Oprah. That's funny. She's Nopra is what she is. Yes, balding pooch. That's what I'm saying. Old lady in dust. That's what I said. You get too much friction going, you're going to start a fire. Campfire. That's why she was putting that pool out there. This alleged pool. Dumb crazy. Oh, thank you. Whoever said that. Thank you so much. I'm dead. Dusty Hutch. We got the Musty Hutch and the Dusty Hutch. I'm done, guys. I'm so done for the day. I'm going to pee stop. I want to go swimming. Friction. That's what I'm saying. Crusty cupboard. I have my ears. I have my buds in, busting out laughing. People think I'm loco. I'm just saying, she's probably gonna start a campfire. Does anyone know her dog's name? Does anyone know the dog's name? No wonder that dog bitches all the time. You won't think. That's true, Paula. Dusty's his name. Baldy Crusty. Nope. I mean, seriously, does anyone know his name? Dog's name? Patrick like SpongeBob. Tucker? Patches. Tucker is the dog. Okay. Christy Hutch. Y'all are creamy Christy Hutch. Dogs take after their owners. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop. It's short. I can't answer that, Mohawk. It's bizarre to say the least. What did Mohawk say? Why? So why talk? Not even said there. I don't know. She called it Tucker. She probably said, "Get over here, you little fucker." That's probably what she said. Hairless Tucker. Your hairless Tucker and your dusty cupboards. And your... She loves that dog more than anything. She loves that dog more than anything. Hold on 1 second. This is what it is. Let me show you. This is her. I wish I could play this, but I can't. Let's see here. This is her and her dog. And to be honest with you, this lady right here, I'm about 2 steps from looking like her myself, so I can't really, but I'm talking about the way she acts with the dog. Yeah. She's the one that says, last time I had a pap smear, the doctor needed rubber gloves and an oyster shucker. Oh, Danny, you gone fishing, darling? Oh, good. Good. Get mama some oysters, okay? You know what they say about oysters, don't you, Danny? Yes. Yes, little Tucker's gonna eat good tonight, isn't he? You little chicken shit. Oh, thank you, Danny. Yeah, you make sure you give mama lots of those. Yes, Danny. And get the crustaceans too. What are they? The little lobsters? What are they called? What are they, Danny? Yeah, those things. Yes, the oysters. Yeah, the last time I had a pap smear at the doctor needed. Yes, here it is. Here it is. Here's Mama. Let me find her. Right here's it is. You are not coming in. You are not coming in. You will not, ma'am. You will not disrespect my dog like that. I'll tell you that right now. Listen. Listen, my dog does not hurt anybody. I just took him to PetSmart. He's stressed like me. Just stressed. Damn it. Hold on. Let me light a Misty 120 real quick, honey. Oh Lord. All right. Anyway, you're not fucking with Dusty, the Rusty, the whatever the fucking dog's name is. It's not happening. Sorry. You can kiss my ass. You're not coming in. Say that. Durwood. Come on over later too. Okay. Who is this? This is Dusty Rusty Clicker. My little dog clicker. You know, we're training him good. Hello, Ann Brock. That's Janie. Hold on. Let me just find it. Actually, 1 second. This is what I'll do. Oh, God. Wait. Nope, not that. I'm going to put Janie's head. I'm going to put her face on right here. We're going to keep the hair. And, you notice how the dogs even kind of look alike, except one's gray and one's blonde. Just saying. It's not a stretch. My dog got her head in my lap. Can't move. That's good. Justin become an actor. Not the clicker. Yes. Tell Mrs. Basham needs to do some twerking. Oh God, Mrs. Basham. Can't do the click. Misty 120, my first cigarette. Totally forgot. It was my first cigarette too. Yeah. True story. All right, guys. I've been live almost 3 hours. It's almost 1:01 in the morning. I've got to move some desk and all of this stuff around and all of that. So it's funny. You needed to laugh. Good. Makes me happy. Mine was a cavapoo. A cavapoo? Sounds like a personal problem. Or a cockapoo? Your first dog was a cockapoo? Cockapoo. Okay. Whatever. Whatever works for you. How does anyone know the YouTube video I'm talking about? Which one, Lolo? Thank you, Lakeside. Thank you, Vic. Raul, Beanie. My dog barks at everything. She chases the raccoons away. My dog runs. She runs at everything. My dog is such a diva. She will not climb a stairs and she will not go down a stairs. Ever. And I mean ever. I have literally put her in the middle of the stairs, then be like, you're going to go up or down eventually. She just freaks out. She's like, she doesn't do it. She will not go up or down the stairs. She's a pug. She's old now. But when she was a puppy, she wouldn't do it either. A Yorkie poo, very Versace. Now it's my little monkey as well. I've got those cute wigs. Use them. Maybe. Oh, thank you, Marine. When are you getting your talk show? When they send the offer, honey. Oh, Tammy, my first dog was a Pomeranian, and I have never gotten over that dog. That was like the most painful childhood thing. It was the best thing and like the most painful thing. I lost my Chihuahua, and it was so bad. Do I have carpet on my stairs? Yes. I didn't think you would ask me that, but a little carpet on the stairs, yeah. Mm-hmm. Use a ramp for Justin. How am I going to use a ramp for 25 stairs? I'm not building her a ramp. Listen, we're not, can't build her a 20-foot ramp. Listen, I mean, she's old anyway. She's probably going to meet Jesus pretty soon. I hope she doesn't, but I hope she stays a lot longer. But she's getting old. Does my monkey get along with my pug? They play, yeah. Yeah, but the cats, Pearl gives the cats hell. A lot of hell. She gets her tail and she pulls them through the house. You just see a little monkey. And she's pulling. Sometimes I've got 2 cats in the house, and sometimes she's pulling them both. She's got them over her shoulder. Got 2 tails. Pulling it through. Yeah. It's pretty funny. She needs an escalator. She gets carried everywhere. Get a riding cart. I have a zoo. I love animals. You have a goose? That's good. I used to have some African geese. They look like the Canadian geese, but they got a little hump on their nose. And they're not as mean. Yeah. All right, guys. I gotta edit some videos, and I gotta move some stuff around and stuff. So my pug, her name is Jaja. Jaja Pug Boer, Pug Boer, Bore. And my monkey's name, her name is Remy Pearl. She's got a YouTube channel, Adventures with Remy Pearl. I don't post a lot on, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to get all this stuff done. It's hard to edit videos and have a life and research and build a set and all this stuff. So we're getting it done slowly but surely. Oh, that's sweet. Defeating silence. Bless him. Send me the video for what? Oh, y'all give Daily some prayers. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is, I hope I don't strike me. I'll have to play some music. But this is, have y'all seen this video? Have y'all seen this video? I've watched this video so many times. It's crazy. Yes. Y'all have not seen this video? This is I'm not gonna say, never mind. Lolo said it for me. Okay, I gotta play it under the Fair Use Act of 1976. Credit goes to, I can't play it all, radiopimp.com. This might be a little sensitive in nature for the sensitive ears. Probably not all here.
How can I be fake, Emily King, if that's your real fucking name? All the pictures is of me. All the videos is of me and my mom, Cindy. You see that lady right there presented behind me? Well, that's my mom, Cindy. So see, I am not fake, you ugly looking bitch. Talk, Cindy.
Yeah, you ugly monkey. Go climb on another.
Oh my God. I didn't remember it said that.
Next time, if you harass my daughter, she will get you on harassment.
1, I am pregnant with my son, Frederick Jr.
Yeah.
I'll be 5 months tomorrow, and he's kicking the shit out of me right now.
Yeah.
My dad died 3 weeks ago tomorrow at 6:18 a.m.
Yeah.
My husband's real. He's in the living room watching TV. He doesn't like drama. Why do you think I delete him in the first place off my fucking count?
Right.
But I have him under my family page.
Yeah. So, you moron.
And in 2000...
Lolo, I can't believe you said this to me. She's got that. She's got the hiccups. To me, that's what's funny. She's like, to me, this is Cindy and Daniel. This is Cindy and Daniel. Who can I get? Who's crazy enough to do a parody with me? I got to have someone who's not afraid to make an idiot out of themselves. I need someone. I'll be the mother because I want to do the tits. I need someone. I want to see him. Okay. Y'all, good Lord. Oh, wait, 1 second.
And back in 2000, I was 12 years old, turning 13. 2005, I was 19, turning 20. I was born in 1986. I should know how old I was in all them stupid pictures of me, since they're my fucking pictures.
Yeah.
This is not a wig. It's fucking real. If it was a wig, it'll fucking come off right about now.
Yeah.
I dyed it black. You like my shirt? It says Mount Vernon, because that's where I actually live.
Hometown.
I lied, said I lived in Springfield when I didn't. Yeah. My brothers, Jackson and Daniel, they're fucking dead also. Daniel was my twin, in case you guys didn't know. He died at 3 days old. A smallpox. We both had it. He died and I survived. My brother Jackson died at the age of 27.
In a car wreck.
Last year, on his birthday. This year, August 2nd, he'll be 28. My sister Lucy is not fake either. She's real. And she turned 14 October 14th. Well, she'll be 15 this October.
Yeah, and plus she went on a camping trip. So leave her alone. And then you need my family alone also. You fucking moron. You monkey face.
Oh, and am I
don't want to see some racist.
Well, they are dead also, and they're not fake. I should know. I was in their rooms when they
Look at those bangs. Smiley might do it. Yes. Smiley might do it. Yes. Smallpox. Her name is, I forget her name. I did some research on her before. I think her name's Ashley or something. They do live in Mount Vernon, Washington. God bless her. All right, y'all can watch the rest of it here. I'll share the link out if you want to watch it. 99% of the time, it's a family member, just like here. It's the parent. Yeah, I agree, Gary. I agree. But that's Janie and Daniel, or Janie and Tucker. Yeah, but the only problem is Smiley's got big boobs, and I want to be the big boob lady. Yeah. I won't say some of the things she said, but I'll say, you fucking moron. I'll do that. I'll do that. kind of stuff. Ziggy, yeah. I don't believe it was an animal either. Thank you guys. I love you all. I appreciate you. Much love. I shouldn't have mixed up video, but it's what it is. She dressed up in the cow onesie. Miss Basham. She did. Yes. Josh would be great too. And he kind of looks like the girl. You know, to be honest. Kind of got similar bangs. And when he puts his glasses on, they kind of look a lot alike. I mean, that might be Josh's twin sister. Fucking moron. I'm just kidding. I love Josh. Lolo. I'm being silly. Josh is my buddy. I love him to pieces. Looks like she can manhandle. She sure could. She could kick my ass. Damn right. She's got more testosterone than I fucking do. Oh, I need to sing to Marla. Yeah. Is there any more birthdays other than Marla? No, Barbie. No. Nope. I'm two-tone. Smallpox in America. Yeah. I mean, I guess. Is there any other birthdays other than our Marla? Thank you, Barbie. X and Y chromosome. Who am I trying to control? Locked and loaded. Thank you, Patricia. All right. This is my... Oh, I need to turn this music off. A rendition of... We need to wish happy birthday to Miss Marla. Happy birthday, Miss Marla. Where's my buttons at? Happy birthday, Miss Marla. The world is your oyster. It's up for you to find the pearls. And you did. We are all right here. All the pearls. All right, guys. My rendition of Happy Birthday, Mr. President. That I make an idiot out of myself. And sing for all your birthdays. That Marilyn Monroe sang to John F. Fitzgerald Kennedy so many years ago. You ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marla. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marla. All the blessings to you, child. All the blessings. Thank you so much. All the blessings to you, Marla, and many, many more to you. That is my... What's the name of your lip pie, Justin? My lip pie? What the fuck's a lip pie? I don't know what a lip pie is. Sorry. Thank you, sure. Thank you so much. I don't know what a lip pie is. I don't know. I have nothing on my lips. Nothing. It's all gone. It's all gone. These are natural, baby. All right, guys. Good night, everyone. God bless.